Was also in court today. He was shot by police earlier this month at 61st and Janes after reportedly pointing a gun at another person near 21st and Pinckney. He was formally charged for being a prohibited person with a gun and could have up to 50 years in prison if convicted.
He was also in court yesterday and pled guilty to several unrelated misdemeanor charges. His bond set at $250,000.
High drama today.